there is absolutely ironclad data to show that if you develop a proper feedback and measurement system, you can improve performance dramatically, and job satisfaction improves, conflict decreases, stress decreases. All of this primarily with a really good measurement and feedback system. All right, what we found is that in all sorts of situations, in all sorts of jobs, at all levels of jobs, all types of jobs, in various countries, in military, nonprofit, profit, manufacturing, sales, all of those situations, that if you give someone the right kind of measurement and feedback system, they can change their own behavior in a way that makes them much more effective. In other words, they can motivate themselves. And to give you some numbers, the research program shows that with this kind of measurement and feedback system, a level of performance they would get to only 9 times out of 100, let's say 9 weeks out of 100, now becomes their average. So this is an enormous improvement. And the same principle applies to individuals in your own life, because the idea is, how do you make for a good measurement and feedback system? And there's a whole list of things we know about how to do that are incorporated into accountability. If we can produce these great big effects with a good measurement and feedback system, where was all this capacity before? Because when you talk to the people in these projects, they're not working harder. They don't say we're working harder. It's sort of the classic kind of statement, we're working smarter. You know, with the right kind of measurement and feedback system, you know how to take your energy and apply it to which actions to produce optimal results that are evaluated the most favorably, that lead to the best outcomes, and ultimately the best need satisfaction for you as well as for the organization. So that's the trick. I mean, if you can somehow give people the right information, they're going to do a better job. And the measurement and feedback system is the way to do that. Think about little kids. When's the last time you saw a little kid loafing or coloring and didn't care how good a job they did? I mean, watch a 3-year-old coloring, and they are so motivated. Their little tongue is sticking out there. You know, they're just completely focused on what they're doing. They're trying so hard to stay in the lines and do a really good job. What happens to that? How do we take that naturally occurring strong motivation and make it disappear when they're a 30-year-old person working in an organization? I mean, it's horrible what we do to people. Think of what's happened to you in different jobs. Well, first of all, you don't get the resources you need to do the work. It's not clear what the priorities are between the things you're supposed to be working on. You don't have a clear expectation of what's good and not so good performance. You have different evaluators telling you different things that are important. You get outcomes that aren't particularly important to you. All of this, every one of those things is going to demotivate you. And so it is very difficult to maintain a sense of high motivation when what happens in our organizations are all these things that in fact decrease those connections between the links that have to be there to produce good motivation.